again, I wanted you guys just a little bit closer. It was weird. It was too far away. Okay. Hi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm finally back. I didn't want to wait until tomorrow. Okay, so let me just back up. Today's Sunday, February 20th. Normally I film on a Monday, but today there's a lot. So I feel like I should just get it done today. I just want to get it done today. I don't know when the video will actually go up though, so. Anyways, hi, my name is Savannah of Sewlivi Dyes Yarn, and I am back for another fiber-filled video update stuff. So I did not film last week. If you noticed, my mom passed away last week. She the cancer got her. So I definitely have a lot of stories to talk about. I will try to infiltrate them throughout the video. I don't want to just sit, because it'll probably be like 30 minutes of just the last week and a half. But I know you're here for the fibery bits too. So I do have some, I have 2 finishes, I have some progress, a new start, and the rest of it's mainly haul. And that's just because it had been a rough week. And so I did not knit. I think there was 3 or 4 days I didn't pick up my knitting at all. So anyways, last week Tuesday, I was at work and I got a phone call from the hospital that my mom goes to. It was the doctor, and he wanted to let me know that my mom's cancer had spread, and it wasn't looking good. And he just wanted to give me an update. He said it looks like days to maybe a couple weeks. And I'm like, okay. And to be honest, I really did think that it would be more on the weeks side. Granted, you know, I wasn't talking to my mom often, so I wasn't sure exactly how it was going for her. All I know is what her friend would tell me. So I guess I was kind of naive, or not naive, just wanted to ignore it. You know, so obviously that was upsetting, getting that phone call. So I went home. I took the kids home early, and I called my husband to let him know. And I'm like, okay, maybe we'll go up that weekend, right? We'll finish out the week. You know, it'll be okay. Finish up the week, and go up on the weekend, up to Duluth, Minnesota, and see my mom, you know. Well, at night, at about, well, the next morning, it was 3:45 our time, 3:45, I got, 3:50, the hospital called again and let me know that she had passed, at 3:45 our time, so 4:44 her time, that she had passed. So that was rough. I mean, I had been, you know, accepting it since we found out in September. But it's still, you know, it still sucks. Orange is rubbing the tripods. Oh, sorry. Anyways, so we made the plan that we were gonna leave. I mean, I guess just I think we left Thursday. I'm having a hard time now with my timeline because woke up, yeah, because that day, that was what, Wednesday the 9th, and we spent the whole day cleaning and packing and getting everything situated, and then we left early Thursday morning and we drove to Iowa, stayed at my husband's mom's house for the night, and then finished our drive the next day, making it a little bit easier for us because it is a 16 hour drive from here to my hometown in Duluth, Minnesota. So it did help. And then we got there on Friday, and I wouldn't say everything was a shit show, but it just felt like it. Because back home, everything seems to want to close at 4 o'clock, and we had gotten in at like 3:30. So the important things we wanted to take care of, we weren't really able to. And then everything's closed on the weekends, so it's like we just kind of hung out. We were able to go through my mom's things on the weekend though, so we went through. She was living with her boyfriend, so we were able to go through her things there, and then she had a lot of other stuff at the house that we were staying at. So we were able to go through that, which I'm thankful for. She did have a lot of stuff that was not necessary. I think, just she was probably like grief buying or whatnot, I think that's kind of what I did. But I was able to find the things that I wanted, the things that I remember from my childhood, and I got lucky and was able to get those. That was the biggest thing. So we did bring a few things home. Sadly, we had to rent a U-Haul trailer, just their smallest enclosed one, because we were just a little bit over than what we could fit in our car. So the trailer was not filled by any means, but unfortunately we needed it. And that's okay. That's all right. Oh, excuse me. I'm sleepy. It's been a long week. Anyway, so we did that on the weekend. Monday, we paid for her cremation and picked up her ashes on Tuesday. We didn't really have any kind of memorial service or anything like that. I have a little mini urn. It's upstairs. I didn't know if it would be appropriate or not to show it here, but I have a little mini urn. My sisters have a little mini urn, and the rest of her went back to North Dakota, where she's from, to be buried with her mom. So that is that. I still have a lot to deal with just getting everything taken care of for her. It was really stressful last weekend, just to say the least, just going through all of her mail and all that stuff. It was really stressful. And so, like I said, I felt like I was busy from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to sleep, so I didn't have a chance or the desire to pick up any knitting. Anyway, so that's what happened. We did leave, well, I guess my story is just going to keep going on. We did end up leaving Wednesday. We drove to Green Bay, took a tour of the Green Bay Packers Stadium, which was freaking awesome. That was a fun time. I'll insert photos, I think, at the end of this video if you want to see them. And then we continued on down towards the Milwaukee area, because that's where my dad lives. So we stayed there for 2 evenings, 1 full day, just hanging out with them. And then we left Friday. Yes, we left Friday. Drove back to Iowa to my husband's mom's house, my mother-in-law's house. Stayed another night there. And then we drove the rest of the way home yesterday, Saturday. That's about an 11-hour drive from his mom's house to home. And we did, I wouldn't say we detoured, because the GPS does tell you to come down into Denver. Usually we bypass Denver and take the country roads back home. But this time we decided to go through Denver so we could stop at IKEA, because it's had things in stock that I had been waiting over a year to have in stock. I'll talk about that more later. The other thing that they said they had in stock was gone. And you know what? When we were leaving the store, I think I saw the lady who had the things that I had well, the one, she had 2 of the things, because the website said there was 2 in stock. And there was none on the shelf when we got there. And then when we were walking out, I saw a lady with the exact thing that I wanted, and she had both of them, and she was loading them in the car. I was like, crap. Anyways, not a big deal. I'll just keep my eye on the website. It's the most I can do. But we went there and then we came home. We got home about 6 o'clock last night. And then just unloaded everything and snuggled on the kitties because we hadn't seen them in forever, and then promptly passed out. I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. So yeah, I guess that's the majority of my stories. I mean, the Green Bay Packer thing, that was funny. So it's 7 hours from Duluth to Milwaukee when you go down Wisconsin. It's about a 7-hour drive. Well, my husband's like, how about we detour over to Green Bay and then go down? And I looked it up and it was only like a 40-minute difference. I'm like, okay, I suppose we can do that. That's not a problem. He just wanted to drive around the stadium, get pictures, and call it good and keep on. Well, we got to the stadium and we drove around it a few times, got a couple of pictures, and then we happened to go around the front and we saw the pro shop. We saw a bunch of cars in the parking lot. We're like, so I was like, is that open? So obviously I Google it. It's open. So we go in the gift shop. Massive, massive gift shop. They said it was like 22,000 square feet or something like that. Huge. It was amazing. They had so much. It was really hard to just pick one thing. It's in the washing machine right now, so I can't show you, but it's like a little like hoodie dress, like that says Green Bay Packers on it, because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. So it was super awesome. They had a lot of cool things. And then I guess my husband went off and he was talking to some lady who worked there, and he asked if they did tours, and they said yeah. So we went upstairs and we ended up doing a tour, which is about an hour long. And that was stinking awesome. We got to go in their biggest suite that they have and see what that's like. We obviously got some history. What else? We walked past the locker room because you're not allowed in the locker room at all. And so we were down in that area, which is super cool. Saw like where the interviews take place and all that other stuff. And then we got to walk down the tunnel that the Green Bay Packers will come out from onto the field. So we got there. They have bricks on the floor that were from the original stadium. So those are there. They played what you would hear as a Packer football player. So they have like a pre-recorded thing where it's the announcers and the crowd. And so you can hear that in the tunnel, and it's super cool. Super cool. And then we walked out onto the field, but not like the field because you're not allowed to go on the field at all, but the sidelines. So we did that, and it was super cool. My husband's a 49ers fan, but he still thought it was really cool. He didn't mind that it was Packers. But it was funny though, because he told me the last time the Packers played on that field was against the 49ers, and they lost to the 49ers. I was like, that's not fair. You can't do that. But yeah, so we did that, and then we made the rest of the way down. Spent the day it's like a suburb-ish of Milwaukee, where my dad lives. Stayed there, just spent the day, went to the yarn store there. I mean, I went to the yarn store in Duluth as well, so I'll show you all that stuff. And then we also went to the brewery that they have there. That's super awesome. My husband got a lot of beer to bring back home. Thankfully, we were driving this time, so wasn't worried about having to put it in luggage and then on a plane kind of thing, like we did last time 2 years ago. Well, October 2020 is when we did that. And then, yeah, drove the rest of the way home. Ugh. I'm done with road trips for now. Done. Anyways, we can go ahead into the fiber bits as best as I can. Look, only 15 minutes ish of storytelling. I try to keep it as brief as possible because, especially with my mom, I know I was gonna probably break down a little. It's really hard to think, you know, that she's gone. Like, to think that, hey, she's really not there anymore. It's really weird. Anyways, I have two finishes. I finished them before the trip even happened, but when I went to double check what I had shown in my last video, these were both whips. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you. So the first one is the pulse warmers. This pattern is by, I don't even know. Everything's going to be linked down below in my description box so that you can find what you're looking for. This is a free pattern, pulse warmers. The ball and skein. Is it called ball and skein pulse warmers? I don't remember. Super, super easy to knit. Like, these go really quick. And I did add an extra repeat to these. And they were still pretty quick. I used, what was the yarn? This is wool stock. Oh, Blue Sky Fibers wool stock eco cashmere. So it's 50% recycled cashmere, 50% virgin cashmere, and they're super soft, nice and warm. They're just a little bit wider than I would prefer. I feel like they're just gonna fall off all the time. But those were finished before we left. And I managed to finish my Underwing mitts by Erica Hauser before we left as well. So there they are. I used Holst Garn. Holst Garn Super Soft for this. They do soften up with a wash. So if you ever do purchase Holst Garn, because of their wonderful prices, those are the cones. Oop, which way? Oh my gosh, I can't do it. The cones back here behind those skeins. Oh my god, directions. They do soften up. So they do probably need a second wash to probably soften up a little bit more, but yep. And then the orange is just a fingering hand dyed that I dyed myself, and I just cut it off. It's for a different project. I just cut off a strand of it and used it for that part. Aren't those beautiful? I absolutely love them. I do have a little issue. They are tight in this area right here. That's like the only, this one's not as tight as this one is, so this one might be my first one. I think the only reason why is because when you separate here for the thumb, you don't cast on any more stitches. Like, normally when you would do like a mitten right here, they'd ask you to like cast on one extra or a certain number. Same with under the arm, you cast on a certain number of stitches, you know, so there's room. You don't do that in this pattern. So it's not stretchy right here. Other than that, they're really nice. I mean, I can still function. I can still knit with these on. They're really nice. But yep, got those all finished. Love them. So these all went on the trip with me, thankfully, because Minnesota, up in Duluth, they had at least a good 2 feet of snow when we arrived. Thankfully, we only got like an extra inch while we were there, but it was super cold. -17 most mornings. I think the highest day, like the warmest day while we were there, was probably like 11 degrees, I think. It was very, very, very cold. So yeah, it was good to have all the warm things. So those are my only 2 finishes. I have a whip. Oh, and I have 2 casts on. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get this out of the way. All right, so my whip at least is, I brought my Straya, a cardigan by Amba O'Brien, and of course I'm right in the middle of a row because I just got tired of knitting in the car. I didn't get, okay, so this one only got touched on the way back. So yesterday, it only got 1 day of knitting the whole trip, and it was yesterday. I figured I should probably, yeah, I'm not much further at all. Right there from last time I showed you. I didn't touch it. I didn't want to. I started new things. Started something new on the way out. Started something new while we were gone. And then only worked on this that 1 day. I don't know why this is a struggle for me. It's just, it is. So to make it easier to travel with, I did go ahead and wind off, oops, like about 15 grams of each color for the stripes, because the pattern says you only need about 20 grams, 21 grams-ish for each stripe. I think 20 grams for each color if you do 4 stripes. So I was like, I already have stripes in here, so let's go ahead and just do, and plus I have the cakes here, so if I need more, I have them, but I figured why not just make it a little bit easier for myself. So this is ampersand fibers, yeah, yarn. It's 100% Corriedale. Yeah, 100% Corriedale. And I've been working on this forever. It's a US 2 needle. It's half fisherman's rib. It takes forever. Main color, oop, main color here. I even wound up, see, I'm trying to untangle everything so I can show you the cast on because it's also in the same bag. I even wound up a second, oops, what yarn barf, a second cake just in case, because I had so much, like, I was ambitious with my thoughts on getting a lot done on this project while we were gone, and I only worked on it the 1 day. Oh well, oh well. So that's that one. This one is a new cast on. I cast this one on in the car when we left last Thursday. This one was a gift in a swap, the yarn and the pattern. I'm trying to find it. Do I have the cover page? I don't think I have the cover page. Nope. So we are going to go ahead and show you like this. So I might have to insert a photo. Let's see. Oh, you can kind of see it. So I had to block off what's on this side. But they are Game of Thrones mittens. The Targaryen. They're called Fire and Blood. But this is the palm and the thumb. And this is the backside right here. The sigil. So those are fun. I've been wanting to start these for a while now. I was gifted, like I said, the pattern and the yarn for these. So I figured I'd cake it up and bring it along, and I decided to start it on the way out. I didn't get too far on the first mitten. Let's see here. Yarn, yarn. Okay, so this one, this is my dark color. This is an Ella Ray Heathered Merino Superfine in the colorway Iron. It's just like a heathered, like, charcoal gray, or a faded black if you want to call it. This is 80% superfine or fine superwash merino wool, 20% nylon, 100 grams, 457 yards. So it's quite thin, but it's nice. And then the red color is really nice. It's like a burgundy red. This is Mirasol, Sulca Legato. Yeah, I think, is that how it is? It's 60% wool, 20% alpaca, and 20% silk. It's a super fine. So it's really soft. Really nice. So that's that color. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these back in here. I'm gonna have to get a separate bag now that I'm home and I can rearrange everything. And this is as far as I got. So I believe this is the left hand mitten, so it'll be like this. Ooh, you cannot see that. Let me get it closer. So that's part of the dragon's tail, and then just a little motif to fill in. There's, if I had started this at home, I probably would have worked in some ladderback jacquards, but because I was in the car, I did not want to do extra work. So I just make sure to catch my floats a lot and trying to be really careful. I will probably block these on some empty water bottles in hopes that that'll help. And this is the palm. So there's a motif bit down here, and then it'll start with the word blood, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyways, so yeah. Here's the interior, my floats. Doing my best to keep them pretty manageable. Loose, but without being too loose. Yeah, and I only worked on it that one day. That first day in the car. That's it. All right, let's get everything back in here. Again, like I said, I need to get everything organized better in here. It's just, it was what it was. So there's that. Bluey has to move for now. Okay, and I used, it was really nice. I was able to use my Cocoa Knits. I'm not sure what this is called, but my Cocoa Knits magnetic board chart keeper, maybe. That was really nice. Okay, and then I saw this pattern before. I think I saw the pattern before we left, and I purchased it, and I decided that I was going to buy yarn for it at the yarn store in Duluth, Minnesota, called Yarn Harbor. And so I went and shopped around there. I knew like the colors that I wanted, so it was just the matter of trying to find yarn. So the pattern was a DK weight. I did not find any DK. Like, I think I was going to go with, I was like, okay, I know Yarn Harbor keeps Peace Fleece. I kind of wanted to try it, but they did not have a good red. Like, I wanted a deep burgundy, like purple color. They didn't have that color in their DK weight. They didn't really have that color in their worsted weight either. So I ended up getting woolstock worsted. This will be my second sweater in that yarn. I really like woolstock's yarn. Oh, okay. I even have, yeah. This is all my stash. But anyway, so we're there. I picked up my yarn. I also got myself, they had one of these in stock. This is for that board. So I'm borrowing this piece from my boss at the yarn store here, because we were out of stock of these. This is the set. When you buy this for your board, you get the gauge ruler and the regular ruler. Well, this isn't really a gauge ruler. It's a needle gauge. And it's magnetic. You put it on the board, and then there's an actual ruler. Same thing, magnets. So you can stick it on your charts and you can line it up. I was using this one, but it's my chart for the mittens goes this way. Like, it's printed this way. It's not printed this way. So you see this was hanging out the whole time, and it was kind of annoying, but having the short one. So now I have my own. I can return the other one to my boss. But yeah, this is also by Cocoa Knits, obviously. It's the ruler and gauge magnetic straight edge set. So I was able to get that along with the yarn. So I got the yarn, and I wasn't really thinking. So I just grabbed a couple of because the sweater is called Moth Moon, I believe. Remember the designer. I will be inserting photos. It is a color work here. I don't know if it's on the back as well. It might be. I hope it is. It's you got your dark color on top with a color work here, and then it splits into lighter color on the bottom. Same with the sleeves. There's color work on the sleeves. Well, so I grabbed just a couple skeins of each color because I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I don't really need the bottom color, so I'll just get 2 skeins of that, and I'll get like 3 or 4 of the, or well, 3 of the top one. So I get 2 of those wound. I go back to the place we're staying. I gauge swatch it just to be sure because, like I said, the pattern calls for DK. I bought worsted. Luckily, because my gauge, the way I knit worsted, this worsted way, works. I was able to hit gauge with the called for needles. At least I'm pretty sure I was able to because I counted it like 5 times, but also it was late at night. Oops. Anyways, I get that wound up, and then, like I said, I gauge swatch it, and after I gauge swatch it, I realized, oh, that's right. This is a bottom up sweater, and I've never knit a bottom up sweater before, so I was like, we need to go back to the yarn store tomorrow. I need to get these other ones caked up instead and buy more of the gray because the gray is going to be at the bottom. I actually need to pull out the, I guess, yarn for it because we're going into haul with this. I'm not going to pull out all of them. Okay, so these are cake. This is cake. So I was like, crap. So we went back to the yarn store the next day, and I'm like, I made a mistake. That sweater is bottom up, so I need my gray caked up, and I need to buy more. So I did. This is the gray that I went with. This is, like I said, Blue Sky Fibers, wool stock worsted. It's really good yarn. It's 100% Highland, or fine Highland wool. And this color is called Gray Harbor. So they only carry these small 50-gram skeins. You and me, where I work here in town, we actually carry the 100 and, is it the 125 or is it 150-gram skein? The big jumbo skeins. We carry those as well. So I kind of wish they would have had the big ones because they're a pretty good deal, but they didn't. They just had these little ones. Hopefully my store carries these colors. But just 50 grams, which is 123 yards. I've already gone through one of these already. But yeah, that's that. The top color will be this one. This really pretty deep burgundy purple. This one is called Deep Velvet. There. It's really pretty. I really like it. It even has like very small hints of like blue in it. I really like it. So yeah, this is the sweater. I'll go ahead and insert photos if I haven't already. Put that back down there. So I bought quite a bit of the gray since that's the bigger half. So that's part of, and then I think I got 4 of these. If it's not enough, it's okay. I can always order more, but these are really nice. I really, really like this. I really like this yarn. So this is where I got to for bottom up. So the ribbing was supposed to be in a US 3. I didn't have my US 3 needle. It's at home here with another project. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just grab my short set. I'll just grab my little short set and grab the 3 out of there. No, this starts at a 4. So now I do need the red set. But it's okay. I just used a US 4 for the ribbing. I didn't think it was going to matter that much, make that much of a difference. I'll just have to remember that I need to do that maybe for the cuffs of the sleeves. Probably doesn't really matter. This is how much I got finished. So I did about 3 days. Not too much. I had the ribbing done this past Thursday, so while I was at my dad's house, and then I did some of this in the car to Iowa, and then the rest of it was yesterday in the car before I switched over to the Straya to give that just a little bit of love. But yeah, this is where we're at. It's just nice to have mindless knitting. It really is. I think, you know, I think this is the year of color work for me, because those color work mittens, I just did the color work moth mittens. I have color work socks on my Make 9. I have, what else is color work? I have another color work sweater on my Make 9. I think this is just the year of color work for me, which is weird, but hopefully I won't get too burnt out. Hopefully I won't get too burnt out. Okay, so that's that. That's kind of haul and a new cast on. Get that out of here. Oh man, everything is just falling around me. What else? Okay, so while I was at Yarn Harbor, they had yarn bouquets for Valentine's Day, and I couldn't help myself, so I got one. The one with the prettiest colored yarn in it. I already took it out of its bouquet just to conserve space. Oh, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where'd you go? There you go. Oh, right here. To kind of conserve space, put everything together in this bag. It's just a shopping bag. So I wanted to put everything. So it came with all of this, and now I'm just like, what can I make with this? So it was just like this. I couldn't really tell what kind of yarn it was. I mean, I kind of could tell, but I couldn't tell. So it was just like this in a tissue paper, like a bouquet. It was very pretty. Very pretty. This is, oh, it said here on the tag, Valentine Woolstock bouquet. So it was a little, I'm like, okay, Woolstock. Woolstock. It's the Woolstock Light, which is a fingering weight version. I think this is newer. Again, 50 grams, 218 yards, 100% fine Highland wool. And it came with all these colors. So we have, what's this one? Storm Cloud. I think this one is as well. Yep, so 2 skeins of Storm Cloud. We got this skein of Wild Thyme, which I believe both of these were in the mini set that I bought and made my my holiday sweater out of. I think these 2 colors were in there. There was this one called Midnight Sea. I don't know if this is actually blue or if it's black. It's not gonna, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. And then this one's Deep Velvet. Maybe that's why I liked it so much, because it was the exact same color. So these look like they're single plies. Yep, they're just single ply. And this could make some kind of beautiful color work. Something. So again, I'm not sure, but I really wanted it, and so I got it. And it's funny too, because I'd pick it up, put it back, pick it up, put it back, pick it up, put it back, and then finally I was like, nope, this one's just coming with me. So I brought it home. So there's all that. So I think that's all the, oh no, and then the last bit while on the trip, like physical store wise, when we were in Wisconsin down near Milwaukee, there's a yarn store just down the street from my dad's house. It's not my most favorite place to buy yarn. They have, what do I want to say? They have a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff that I don't think I'd necessarily use. So I didn't really get much this time. They did have a lot of beautiful things. It's just, I think when I buy yarn now, I like to buy it with a purpose. Granted, this isn't a purpose, but so the only thing I saw was like, I saw this and I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. Jewel spun? That sounds like super familiar. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll buy this. And then I bought, what else? I forgot. I actually forgot about this. Okay, so this is all that I got from the yarn store. It's called the Grafton Yarn Store. So I got Jewel Spun because it sounded familiar, and then I got myself one of these. It's just there it goes, a needle holder. So I had this needle in the original packaging in my my little bag, and I was tired of having it in there. I figured this will be nice to keep all my tapestry needles kind of together, safe in my notions pouch, because you got all your notion pouches. Anyways, so that was one purchase, or that was the purchase from the store. Anyways, we got back to my dad's house, and I decided to look up where I thought I had heard of this before, and I was correct. This is the yarn that I was thinking of. So Emma Potter of Potter and Bloom on YouTube, she used this to make a couple of hats. Like, she wrote a pattern called I forgot what it's called. She made a pattern. It's a free pattern. It's not on Ravelry. You have to go to her website. And she used this type of yarn, this jewel spun. It had a lot of beautiful colors, but I thought this is something a little bit different than what I normally go for. So, while still being very pretty, it's like a ribbed hat, but I think you purl through the back loop. Hat is free, like I said, and so I thought, hey, you know what? And this is enough to make 2 hats. This is crazy. This is, all right, so it's called Daybreak Delta. It is 200 grams, or about 546 yards, which makes no sense to me, and is an Aran weight. Or at least it says Aran on it, but to me, this is more of a light worsted. Unless Aran is supposed to be like in between DK and worsted. I don't know. It just feels thinner than my idea of what Aran weight is. And it's crazy. 200 grams is about 400 or 546 yards. That's crazy. But she said she can get about 2 hats, plus there's a little extra in this. It's 100% acrylic, but it's actually quite soft. Single ply. It's just really cool that it's, I bet you could make the, you know how everybody gets Noro, which I have some Noro there. Everybody gets Noro to make the Andrea Mowry's. It's not, is it, you know how she's got the sweater that's a shift or shifty. You got the shift cowl, and then you got the triangle shawl version. I bet you this would work for the shawl version too. If you got the 2 different colors, like one of this, like that, just like the Noro. You buy 2 different balls of Noro, and then you just work, instead of buying a bunch of different colors and then doing it yourself, you just let this color changing goodness do all the fancy stuff for you. But yeah, this is what I got. So that's all like physical purchases for yarn, I should say. Physical purchases for yarn. Then, of course, I did buy some stuff online. This one I ordered, I think, online before we left. Yeah, before we left, I ordered this one. This one as well. I ordered, I get Pearl Soho emails, and they showed a new shawl. I forgot what it's called. I'm so sorry. Brain is not all the way there. Oh, it's the striped triangle garter wrap. So this beautiful shawl. Nice and cozy. It's a free pattern on Pearl Soho. And they were showing kits, like different color kits. And I was like, ooh, there's 2 that I liked. I think one had more of a ruddy orange to it. And I think it was called like Farmhouse or something. I don't remember what this one is called because it's not on the card. I should probably write it down here on this card so I know. But this is the set I ended up going with. Sorry about the glare. So yeah, this yarn is, oh, I probably have to take it out because I don't remember what it's called. This is good wool. Okay, so it's good wool. It's 100% Andean Highland wool. It's so nice. Smells a little strange. And it is 383 yards per 100 grams. Is this DK? I don't know. It doesn't say. This color is called Pink Dawn. I'm not going to be able to get these back in here. This one is called Hayfield. And then the white one is called Heirloom White. Sorry, I'm not going to pull that one out. It's just a, you know, like an off-white bear color. And I thought this one would be really pretty, a really pretty shawl. Wrap, whatever you want to call it. This is really nice. It smells a little strange. But yeah. I want to do things that are, you know, not my typical, you know, colorway. Like, I always gravitate towards greens and purples, and I kind of want to stop doing that. But then I know at the same time, like, I do that a lot, so now I don't have, like, a lot of neutral colors in my wardrobe, or my knitting wardrobe, I should say. So I need to keep a good balance there, but I guess you could call this. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with this because I know it's loud and I apologize. Okay, last fiber haul. This again was purchased before we left for Minnesota, but it finally came. It was this fiber braid. Isn't that beautiful? I really love the reds. Really love these deep reds. I'm hoping this turns, I mean, I'm sure it'll turn out absolutely gorgeous, but. So this is from Apothecary Fabrications, or just, I think it's just apothecary.com. This is a Rambouillet, and the colorway is called Forest Fungus. And I got does that say 4.2 ounces? Either way, it's so pretty. The chocolate brown and the red, oh, it's just gorgeous. And this is going to break that up and make it, oh, just so lovely. So I got this. I have more fiber coming in the mail soon. From Wound Up Fibers and Wool Gathering and... Sorry, I thought somebody was coming downstairs. Okay, that's it for that. I did forget to mention that I had a bobbin finished from spinning before we left. This one was from... Oh, I brought it right here. Greenwood Fibers. This is 100% BFL heathered in the Pebble colorway. I think I showed this last time. Did I show this last time? Absolutely gorgeous. It's funny, my husband asked me if I wanted to bring my spinning wheel on the trip, and I said no, I didn't think. I'm glad we didn't, because I doubt I would have ever touched it. These colors are, oh, just amazing. This one is really good. Anyway, sorry to throw that in real quick. Last haul is books and a pair of glasses. So I'll show you the glasses first. So I ordered these glasses a while back, and they took just a little bit to get here. They're gorgeous. I'm just a little disappointed because they're too big for my face. They are too big for my face, but they are so cute. Look at these. Oh, they sit funny. Look at them. Aren't those adorable? I love them. I do. I love them. Look at that. There's barely any glare. I paid under $50 for these glasses though, so I can't be too mad. But they're a little too big. I'm still trying to figure out how to understand the numbers for glasses so that I can make sure to buy a pair that'll fit me, because that seems to be my issue, is they're always too big. But these are so cute. I love these so much. So I'm trying to look, obviously with glasses, you can't buy them in different sizes. They're just that. That's the only size they come in. So I've been trying to look around for something similar, but in my size. So I bought these ones from like an actual eyeglass place so I could try them on before I buy them. But they're more expensive that way. These frames were only $7, and they're from Zilu. Where's it? So this was the website, Zilu. Zillow? I don't know. Just, you know, this. And these are the only pair on their website I actually like. I kept getting ads on Facebook for them. And it was always the lady wearing these glasses. And I'm just like, these are so cute. I need those. Look, though, it came with this really nifty ruler for measuring. So I just got to figure out how to understand how to use this. Maybe that'll help. But other than that, yeah, they fall off my face. They're sliding down already. They're too wide. When I put them next to these glasses, they stick out maybe this much longer. So, but they're so cute. And I'm thankful that the prescription isn't really messing with my eyes like normal. When I go from a pair of glasses to a different pair of glasses, or if I go from glasses to contacts, I have the worst headache. These aren't messing with me too much. And I think I got the blue light blocking on there, and I still only paid like, it was, I think with shipping, it was under $50, just under $50. They, you know, here's the thing though, they look, I don't know if one of my ears sits higher than the other, but these look like they're supposed to sit like this, like that they're kind of crooked. I don't know, but when I lay them on a flat surface, they don't wobble or anything, so. But aren't those adorable? I'm so bummed that they're too big. Like, I've even tried bending them, like bending them in like this. I also need heat to make them stay, but I want to wear these so bad, but they're just too big. See? What do you think? They look ridiculous. They remind me of my mom's glasses when I was really little. My mom had really big glasses. Except, do you remember how they used to come from like down here? The bars used to come from like here. Yeah, these are cute. Anyways, just too big. Oh. Okay. So that is a little sad. I'm gonna still work with them, see if I can heat up the bridge and kind of bend them in a little bit. I would say, like, I would like to take them to the eyeglass place, but I'm afraid that they wouldn't help me since I didn't buy them from them. Anyways, next little bit. I ordered this while I was gone, and it came while I was gone, but I got the next book in the Crescent City novel, or the series. It's House of Sky and Breath. Look how big it is. It's 800 pages. That's fine. I don't have an issue with how many pages, but it's funny too because there's a lady I follow on Instagram, and this just came out. This was just, I bought it the day it was released, and she posted on Instagram yesterday saying she already finished reading this. I was like, dang, girl. We got a crumpled page, but yeah, I'm excited to dive into this, but I got a lot of other books to read first, so this will be a hot minute before I get to it. So it's Sarah J. Maas. If you read the Court of Thorns and Roses, this is another series by her. Yeah, that's exciting. And then while we were in Duluth, I went to Barnes & Noble because I had an issue. I ordered this book on Amazon. Amazon decided to, I guess, lose the package or something. It never came, so I just got a refund. So I was like, screw it, I'll just go to Barnes & Noble and see if they have it. And they did. It's the Vogue knitting book. I'm just a little sad, though, that the jacket is incredibly beat up. And this was how it was on the shelf. But I was like, it was the only one they had. And it's just the jacket. I'm going to probably remove the jacket at some point. But Vogue knitting, I bought this because I saw somebody else show this. And there's actually, what is it called? I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in here, but I think I got this for, there's a section in here called Designing Sweaters. I don't know how helpful it will be, but, oops, there goes the receipts. I'm hoping that I can just get a little bit, at least, information from this. But there's a lot of other stuff, like different stitches, chart symbols, terminology, doing gauge swatches, different stitches, elongated stitches, decorative ladders. What is that? Brioche stitching, or knitting, I should say. Modular knitting, double pointed needles, 2 circulars, yarn overs, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff in here. So I went ahead and got myself that while we were close to Barnes & Noble. I think that's it. Is that it for haul? I think that's it. Oh, no. So we were driving. Where were we? Oh, we had just left my mother-in-law's house on Saturday. Oh my God, was it Saturday? It's so crazy to think. All my days are jumbled up. We decided we need to get gas. And so we're in, oh my God, no, we were in Wisconsin. So we were on our way to Iowa. We're in Wisconsin. We had I think we just passed Milwaukee, or Madison. I think we had just passed Madison. We needed to get gas, and we decided to stop at Fleet Farm. It's a Midwestern thing. We don't even have that here. Never been to a Fleet Farm before. We stopped at Fleet Farm because they're kind of, it's fancy. They have their own gas station as well. My husband's like, well, we got time, so we might as well go inside the Fleet Farm and look around. And we did, and they got everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's pretty cool. Well, we walked around, and I saw decorative baskets. So I got this one because it's the same size as the one I wanted at IKEA, but just a little bit cheaper. I plan to put whip bags, my project bags, in here, the ones that I'm working on, kind of to keep everything consolidated, I guess. So I got this. Do you know what else I saw at Fleet Farm? There was a shirt rack for Charlie Burns. Not Burns, is it? Oh my gosh. The Manitowoc Minute guy, Charlie. His name is Charlie. His last name is Berens, I believe. I don't know. He's hilarious. I love watching him on like Instagram and Facebook, and I was so excited to see that he had some t-shirts there. He didn't have any that I liked in my size, unfortunately, but that's okay. And his slogans or his little like sayings on his shirts are all very Midwestern, like, oh, sorry, and you know, very Midwestern things that me and my husband say all the time. It was super awesome to see that. Anyway, so we got that. That's the last haul. My husband's doing something upstairs. We have to return the trailer. We got to go grocery shopping. So last thing, I wanted to show you some photo albums, or some things that I found in my mom's stuff that I was really happy to see. So this was the biggest thing that I needed to find in my mother's things. This is the one thing I wanted. I mean, I got more than what I wanted, but this is the one thing I wanted. This, my mom made me and my sisters. Oh, it's cracked open. Okay, my mom made me and my sisters our own photo albums when we were little. Nothing too crazy, but it says Christmas 90, like as in 1990, from Mom and Bill. I don't know who Bill is. And it says Savannah's book. And it is, look, me and my mom when I was born, me as a baby, and just loads of baby pictures, lots of stuff. Me and my uncle. These are gonna be hard to see because of the reflection, but me as a toddler. Let's see. I was born in 84, so I don't know why it says Christmas 90 on here. Just so you know, I was born in 84. A birthday, me showing off my gifts. Look, it's a popsicle. It's a popsicle branded overall outfit. So funny. Oh man. Me and my grandma on Christmas. I'm absolutely filthy. That's the laundry room floor. I have I used to have a memory of that. I remember having that memory. Birthdays. Let's see. More birthdays. You know, graduation from preschool. Just lots of stuff when I turned 6. What else is in here? Nothing else. So it looks like all the way up until I was maybe 6. But this was like the most important thing I needed in my life. Found a lot of other cool things, like this one right here. This photo album. Hope this is upside down. Probably. Yep. This one. Very old. This is my grandma. She passed away in 2004, I think. 2003. Here's my mom, my Uncle Steve, my Aunt Patty. When they were little. My mama. There's my mama. This one was like, holy buckaroonies. Grandparents. I got a lot of pictures of people I'm unsure of who they are, but like these pictures are dated 1974. Oh man. My mom is like a preteen. So I really love this. And then she also had some other fun things in there. I only brought a couple things up. She had my high school diploma. I thought that was funny. My high school diploma. And I don't even remember buying this, but it's a piece of the DMZ. I've been to the DMZ, I think, 3 times. I must have bought this on one of the trips, and then I had sent it to her. So that was fun to have this. I'm going to have to put this up by my my soul map. Super fun. And she's got a lot of, she has a lot of my military stuff. She has also all the mail that I received in basic training. I must have saved it and gave it to my mom because she had all of it in her stuff. She's got all my army pictures, my basic training pictures. I'm just like, what the heck? I didn't know I had all this stuff. But yeah, I have all that stuff upstairs. More old photos as well that weren't in this book that are just in a box. I have all those. So that was really nice. And dang, it's been an hour. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah. It's been a week. A hard week. Anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and add those photos of the Green Bay Packers. It's just a few photos, not too many. I'm going to add that at the end, and that's really the only photos I got. Yeah, those are about the only photos that I took the entire time. Okay, bye.